Apologies for the minor issues we had to begin with. Unfortunately, Cameron is not here tonight, so it's just myself, Chris. You've not missed much. Spartans did have a shout for a penalty, but apart from that, nothing really at the moment. Just trying to obviously catch up with the game.
Is it working?
Yeah, it should be. So hopefully the stream should be up and running for everyone. We had a bit of a technical difficulties to begin with. We'll just go through the lineups in case anyone missed them. For Spartans, it's Matt Baines in goals, Jamie Watson, Scott Maxwell, Captain Adam Corbett, Dan Bauer in for Michael Bolovacheski. That's the only change from the Scottish Cup game against East Kilbride at the weekend. Gregor Woods, Blair Atkinson, Sam Jones, John Grant, Scott McCrory-Irvin and Archie Meakinson. On the bench it's Keir Russell, Joe Tate, Cameron Dawson, Aaron Murrell, Mikey Allen and Harry Stone. For Kelty Hearts it's Darren Jamieson in goals, Jamie Stevenson, Patrick Boyle, Scott Hooper, Dougie Hill, Thomas Riley, Callan Higginbottom, Michael Tidzer, Nathan Austin up front, Dylan Easton and Ryan Shanley. And they've only got 5 on the bench. It's Ross Philp, Nathan Cooney, Craig Reid, Grant Anderson and Josh Donaldson. Yeah, nothing really much happening in the opening stages. Spartans did have a early penalty shout, and but yeah, you've not really missed much. Unfortunately, Cameron could not be here with us tonight, so hence there's a wee bit of a difference in the stream. But hopefully, all our issues are resolved, and you can enjoy the game without any more problems. Obviously Spartans coming off that really decent Scottish Cup win against East Kilbride at the weekend. Kelty Hearts have only lost 1 game I think in the Lowland League and they're league leader, so it's an interesting game tonight. Billy Easton trying to push here about Jamie Stevenson. Can we play more of a possession sort of based game this season compared to previous seasons? Well, is going to Jamie Stevenson down the right here as he looks for a player. Scott McCrory-Irvin is pressing in the middle there. Bad pass there, Dylan Easton's got a chance. And Kelty take the lead through Dylan Easton. Really big lack of communication. Sorry, Ryan Shanley. Never mind, that Ryan Shanley it was. So yeah, it's a goal for Kelty Hearts through Ryan Shanley, not Dylan Easton. They look similar with long hair. Blair Atkinson crowded out by Kelty players there. He did want the throw in, but just went the other way to Kelty. Straight back to Jamie Stevenson on the swing here. He plays it across field. In possession now, John Grant, who had a very impressive game against East Kilbride at the weekend in the Scottish Cup. Ryan Chandler, of course, was on loan to Civil Service Strollers last season from Hibs. He did make his debut in the first team, but Kelty had secured a loan for him recently. They were after him for quite a while, I think. Really decent start from Kelty, obviously taking the lead quite early. But Spartans on decent form as well. Obviously, confidence is a wee bit even higher with the win against East Kilbride at the weekend in the Scottish Cup. It's a good ball over. Good play, good back heel. Scott Maxwell's asking for it, but it's been played back to Adam Corbett. Then to Dan Bauer. Tries a through ball, but it's cut out by Thomas Riley. Obviously, I want to thank everyone for tuning in today. It's the Spartans' last league game of the year. Next week's obviously Scottish Cup. They're away to Stranraer in the first round. They have a chance though. Archie Meakinson is looking for play. Scott Maxwell yelling for it and down this left side. Getting crowded out a wee bit by the Kelty defence. I do feel that the likes of Archie Meakinson and Blair Atkinson will be a factor with their pace later on in the game. But at the moment it's Kelty. Fast chasing down Baines, and he's let it slip to Callan Higginbomb, and that is a penalty to Kelty. And Spartans are down to 10 men. I'm not sure what's happening here. The line was, I believe it still is a penalty to Kelty Hearts. Oh, it's a free kick, sorry. John Grant sent off, down to 10 men. So very tough opening for Spartans, down to 10 men in the first 20 minutes of the match. And Kelty have a dangerous free kick. There's quite a few around him. Michael Tidza, Fash, and Jamie Stevenson's might be taking a long run up here. It is Nathan Austin. Makes it 2-0 Kelty.
Goal scorer for Kelty Hearts, number 9, Nathan Austin.
It's going to be a hard task for the rest of the game. Spartans down to 10 men. Kelty are looking quite rampant here. Traditionally the games have been quite close at Ainslie Park, but it's a difficult one. With Spartans down to 10 and Kelty 2-0 up. David Stevenson getting a lot of space down the right here for Kelty. As alluded to earlier, Kelty more of a sort of possession-based team now. They like to dominate the possession, pass the ball around more this season. And obviously on easy street being 2-0 up this early, Spartans will have to obviously press them and chase the game now. Jamie Stevenson free again, but it goes back to Scott Hooper. Just looking for an opening here, Kelty, just passing it about. Spartans sitting really deep at the moment, down to 10 men. So just for anyone coming in late, it was an early goal by Ryan Shanley for Kelty to give them the lead, and Spartans were down to 10 men after John Grant made a last-ditch tackle, and the subsequent free kick was scored by Nathan Austin. So Kelty 2-0 up early and Spartans down to 10 men. Not a great start coming off the result at the weekend. Kelty obviously a top team in the Lowland League, top of the league at the moment. Blair Atkinson's away here.
Great ball. Crossbands!
To be honest, it could have been. It was a red card. I thought it was actually a penalty. If you asked me about the one that Kelty got against Berwick 30 seconds in, it might be a different story, but no, it did look like a sending off and a free kick, obviously.
Go on, Maxie.
So Maxwell's running away here, but it looks like Hooper is, yeah, he's just shielded that really well. Oof.
Come on, Spartans!
Spartans with a corner. Chase for a handball there, but I don't think it was. Big Dan Bauer in the back there. I think that's where it's going. Ryan Shanley looks away, he's up against Scott Maxwell. Good defender by Scott Maxwell to get back to Matthew Baines with his head. He's got time to push, but Ryan Shanley is pressing him. Oh, that's poor, that's very poor, and Dylan Easton is away. Oof, to hit the post. Kelty are all over Spartans at the moment. Yeah, I think so, Richard. I think it was denying a goal scoring opportunity, and I'm not sure how much of the attempt he had to play the ball as well. So it was a sending off. Obviously, I've not checked back the replays like you guys, but yeah, from my point of view, from what I saw, I think it was a sending off. So no complaints there. I actually, as I said, I thought it might have been a penalty, but it was close. But at the end of the day, Nathan Austin scored the resulting free kick anyway. So, what about the shape here for Spartans at the moment? Because it looks like Jamie Stevenson's getting like the freedom down this wing. Blair Atkinson sitting really deep to sort of help cover, but not very much in terms of shape. Archie Meekinson up front on his own. Riley driving on here. Some really good in possession, Kelty, actually. As I say, it looks like they're obviously trying to dominate possession during matches, and it's tough to play against, especially if you're not going to be pressing when you're down to 10 men. The referee is Alex Shepherd, and his assistants are Kenny Brown and David Dixon. The names don't ring a bell, so I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. But yeah, like I've mentioned, I think it was definitely a red card, unfortunately. There wasn't too much in terms of a protest. Not much to comment on at the moment in terms of the football. Kelty very much in control of the game, just passing it around. The Spartans sitting back, happy to let them have the ball. Ryan Shanley tried to get Stevenson there, but it's went out. Opportunity for Spartans to have the ball, hopefully, and build something. Easy enough for Dougie Hill there. Michael Tidger to Dylan Easton, who looks for a player out wide. I think it's going to Stevenson. Yeah, I think so, Richard. I think that's, from what I've seen of Kelty this season, I think that has been their main game, trying to dominate possession in matches. It's a wee bit different from previous seasons. I mean, they've obviously invested quite heavily in the squad. They've got really good footballers, so they can do that against most teams. It's certainly difficult to play against if you're a team with possession and you're good with the ball and passing. Obviously, it's difficult for the opponents to control the tempo or anything like that. I think another team actually in the Lowland League that's got a wee bit like that is maybe East Hollandshire as well. I think they've tried to play a possession game more this season from what I've seen. So, and obviously they've been quite successful, bit of a dark horse for the title as well. So. Goes all the way back to Matthew Baines. Really good pressing from Kelty at the moment, and Ryan Shanley's pressing Scott Maxwell really well here. Blair Atkinson's having to come deep, and he's put Corbett in trouble there, and Fash has got it. Callum Higginbottom asking for it, but I thought he might have been offside there if he played the ball initially. Better play from Spartans. Have got a chance here, but hits it straight out at the near post. Yeah, I agree. I've spotted that as well. That they sort of wait for their opening, but they've got really good passers. Obviously, like guys like Michael Tidger and Thomas Riley. It's it's a solid team. Not much to talk about, to be honest, in terms of the play. I don't know if anyone's keeping on stats on passes and whatnot at Kelty, but that'd be quite fun. I'm sure it would be in the hundreds, and I don't know what the pass completion would be like, but I'm assuming it will be high as well. Got another chance here, but I think it's cleared by Corbett under pressure from Nathan Austin there. Maybe again they're cutting, but I don't think anyone's there. Good save from Matty Baines with Nathan Austin locking. I think I'm going to play it short here now. Dougie Hill was lurking at the back post though, but he's getting Adam Corbett really getting in his face with that one. Yeah, hopefully in the new year fans will be back in the grounds. It's not been the same obviously with fans. I mean, I've been lucky enough to obviously come to a few games, but ideally it's not the same without fans here. At least him a chance here. He's played 3 around him and he's still managed to get that to Ryan Shanley. Really good play from Dylan Easton there. No offside call from the line-o, and Kelty have another chance. But it looked like Higginbottom just took a nick off him and went out. So fairly one-sided so far, and it's going to be very tough for Spartans to get back into it. We're down to 10 men, as we've said. Unfortunately, we don't have a clock or a timer today, but I think it's around 7 minutes till half time. So I'm interested to see what Dougie Samuel will do, if he's thinking of maybe damage control, or if he will change it up to maybe to try and get something from this game. But certainly at the moment, Kelty look very settled. Spartans have not really put up with a fight at the moment. Thanks to Michael for the latest scores there. Bonnierig are 2-0 up against Edinburgh Uni. Cali Braves 3-0 against Vale Leaving. And I don't see the Cumbernauld Colts Civil Service Rollers. I think they're playing tonight. Might be tomorrow. Good play by Blair Atkinson, but he's won the free kick actually, but up against 3 Kelty players there. There's a foul against Shanley, I believe I think it was the way he tried to go in there. Oh, good play. Just didn't get the break of the ball there. Ryan Shanley's wide, it's going straight to him, and you assume that Nathan Austin's going to be in the box here. Scott Maxwell gets the block on. Goes out for a Kelty corner. Bit of a delay as Dylan Easton has to go up to the banks behind the goal to get the ball there. That's another positive having fans in, I guess. Plays it short, Dylan Easton with it again. He's going to probably play it to the line. Baines punches it away, and it's only cleared to, I think Michael Tidser is going to get this, yep. It goes back to Dylan Easton. Can't get out of their own area at the moment, Spartans. It was offside, it was, yeah. I've got the VAR here actually, but Nathan Austin is saying to the line that he's due him a goal. But I actually do think it was offside from what I saw. But So almost approaching half time. It's been one-way traffic so far, and Spartans are down to 10 men. Not the game we were kind of expecting. Both teams were coming into this with decent form. Spartans, I think, had won the last 4 in a row, including the cup game. So it's going to be very, very tough. Kelty are pretty much cruising at the moment. So coming out, Colts and Civil Service Strollers are 0-0. And another tough one for Vela leaving, I think. Cali Braves 4-0 up. Cali Braves, who have also been kind of struggling lately. They did win in the Scottish Cup at the weekend, so good to see. But yeah, Vela leaving, not doing too great at the moment. Yeah, I'm not actually sure if they're going to add seats to that, to be honest with you, on the far side to that stand, but I always prefer a standing stand, if that makes sense. Bash is Nathan Austin still speaking to the lino about that disallowed goal. I don't know if someone wants to check back from, and then I can tell him at half time, but it did look offside from my point of view, so sympathy for the lino on that one. Blair Atkinson there tries to get to Dan Bauer, but sorry, Scott Maxwell.
You never touched it.
Sam Jones, Blair Atkinson ball watching a wee bit there, and can we have a chance? I thought Ryan Shanley would push forward there, but I think they're just looking for another opening. Michael Tidza on the ball will probably go back to Stevenson. Looks like a good ball over Nathan Austin up against Dan Bauer. He turns. I think he's taken it away. Good save. Great play by Nathan Austin to get a shot off in that, but Matthew Baines was equal to it at his near post. I think the ability to bring players in, if you've got a manager like Barry Ferguson, I think you can't deny that influence. People are obviously wanting to play for him and stuff like that. So certainly, I know Thomas Riley, for example, was a massive Rangers fan. He idolised Barry. So stuff like that. They built quite a big, a decent team at Kelty. A lot of guys, in fairness, that are probably they could probably be playing higher up. Certainly, League 2, League 1, perhaps even Championship. So it makes it tough on the other teams like Spartans and I would say Stirlingshire, but they spent quite big last season, I think, as well, with guys like Nicky Lowe and Jordan Tappin as well. So. trying to press here, but he needs a wee bit of help. I think he's just. Well, that is the half-time whistle. Kelty are 2-0 up. An early goal by Ryan Shanley, followed by a free kick by Nathan Austin after John Grant saw red from a last man tackle. We'll join you after half-time.
I'll bring the vegan glass.
Just about to get underway for the second half here at Ainslie Park. Enjoy the second half.
People like it.
Well, both teams are out, and it's Kelty to kick us off for the second half. Currently leading 2-0. Apart from the goals and the sending off, there wasn't really much to talk about in the first half. Spartans did have a penalty claim quite early on, which was missed sadly because of the stream issues, but yeah, it's really been one-way traffic since the sending off, or since the goal really. I'm assuming it'll be pretty much similar in the second half. Kelty trying to dominate possession, pass it around. Well, next week, obviously Scottish Cup, so this will be the last Lowland League fixture for many teams. I think this. I'm not actually sure if the teams out with the Scottish Cup are playing in the league next week. Sorry. So certainly the last Lowland League fixture of 2020 for Spartans, and I'm assuming Kelty as well because they have Jeanfield at home. Jeanfield Swifts obviously doing really well in the East of Scotland. They're a really impressive side. That's a free kick to Spartans. Scott Maxwell will fancy this, but also Archie Meekison sniffing around it, but I'm assuming it will be Maxwell that will hit it. Archie Meekison been very impressive since joining on loan from Dundee United. It is Maxwell that will hit it. It's hit low straight at Darren Jamieson, not troubling the keeper there. And there's a bit of a chase on between Jamie Watson and Nathan Austin. Callan Higginbottom is behind there to collect the ball with Dylan Easton for help. That is passed back to Thomas Riley and Michael Tidser. Looks like Paddy Boyle is coming up this left wing as well. Of course, Spartans in the Scottish Cup next week are away to Stranraer. One of the probably tougher draws for one of the Lowland League sides. But Scottish Cup, obviously you're used to some shocks. I must admit, I'm not just saying it because obviously Kelty are playing, but I do fancy Jeanfield to possibly get a shock against Kelty because I've seen them a fair bit and they look really good this season in East of Scotland. I don't think they've been beaten yet, and they have beat a few Lowland League teams. I think Cali Braves in the South Challenge and Stirling Uni as well. So not much to talk about so far in this game. Spartans had a bit of a chance with a free kick, but again it's gone back to Kelty getting much to the ball. But Scott McCrory-Irvine tries to make something happen there with a tackle, but it's not. It's went back to Kelty. Van bottom, good pass to Dylan Easton with a chance here. He cuts. Paddy Boyle wasn't happy there. Paddy Boyle wasn't happy there. He was free and he was screaming at Dylan Easton to pass him the ball there, but it's a wasted opportunity for Kelty. But he's got the ball now, Paddy Boyle. Shanley tries to find Paddy Boyle on this wing, but it's cut out. Scott McCrory-Irvine out-muscled there by Paddy Boyle. I need to check that, Andy, but I think it is Jeanfield that they play in the Scottish Cup. Unless I'm confusing it with the South Challenge, but I do believe it. I think it is the Scottish Cup. I'll double check that though. I don't know, maybe one of the Kelty guys can fact check that for me, but I do believe it is Jeanfield in the Scottish Cup. I don't remember them drawing Keith. Obviously, Keith can't be the South Challenge Cup, being a Highland team. I'm actually trying to remember who Kelty got actually. Good ball in here, good chance for Nathan Austin, but it just goes above his head. Dylan Easton straight at Scott McCrory-Irvine there. There'll be a change for Spartans here. It's Blair Atkinson going off.
Spartan substitution off the field, number 7 Blair Atkinson replaced by number 12 Keir Russell.
So going more defensively here, of Blair Atkinson being replaced by Keir Russell, who will either slot in sort of defence midfield or at centre back. It looks like he is going to be slotting in sort of as a defender midfielder. So I double checked the Soccer Shop Direct Challenge Cup, and yeah, Leaf Athletic host Kelty Hearts in that. Leaf Athletic, another team I think are undefeated, but they're in the, in one of the conferences, so lower below the Premiership. So a tough ask, but Leaf again, another impressive East of Scotland side this season. So yeah, Kelty in the 2 cup competitions against undefeated sides, albeit from lower divisions. I'm not buying that too many cups thing anymore. I mean, there's only 2 this season, so.
Take care! Come on! Good time, lift your head, play a good pass. Spine feet. Dougie, jump off, give me space. Here, take deeper, boys, come on! Run on, get your chair, run on! Take him in! Come on, take it out!
Yeah, a good way of remembering, I think, the Football Nations, what's called Football Nations Cup, which I don't think is playing again this season, but the way I remember that is obviously Cumbernauld Colts and East Stirlingshire don't play in it, so that's the way I remember that one. But it's even worse in East of Scotland. I mean, they've got a few more trophies in the East of Scotland League in terms of cup competitions. And they've got that final. I can't remember. It was like East Kilbride, Edinburgh City a couple of seasons ago, but it's played like the season after. Can't even remember what that's called, but it's, yeah. So too many cup competitions at this level, I think. I do have the Caledonian Braves app. I might resort to that. I'm not actually sure if they're streaming the game, to be fair. Oh no, sorry, Cali are against Vale Leaving, never mind. Well, Nathan Austin, another goal disallowed due to being offside. So he's going to be having words with that Lionel, maybe. he's giving him a bit of a dirty look, actually. But King Cup winners, yeah, there's so many in East of Scotland. It's going to annoy me what that cup's called. It's like a charity shield. I'm sure like Camelin were in it because they had won one of their trophies. They were played Berwick, and then it was like Edinburgh City and East Kilbride. But it's weird. The finals played like the season after it's meant to be. It's really strange. It's one of the strangest trophies. It's a great skill by Dylan Easton here. He's going to take a shot, but he's fired it well wide. Paddy Boyle getting a wee bit frustrated at Dylan Easton. Seems to be getting past him in free, but Dylan Easton's been a wee bit greedy with the ball. What are the talking points from the Edinburgh Uni game? I mean, Bonnyrigg 3-0 up, I think that's pretty much expected. Unless I've missed something, maybe they were all penalties as per, I don't know. I think that's fair comment. Bonnyrigg have scored a lot of penalties lately. Oh, well cut out there. Just can't seem to get out of their own half at the moment, Spartans. Scott Maxwell trying desperately to get something going here. Jamie Watson is down the right here, but cut out again. He retreats as Dylan Easton collects the ball. Paddy Boyle is running up, and I think Dylan Easton's going to pass it off here. Paddy Boyle getting a wee bit frustrated. Oof. And Callum Higginbottom's shot goes wide.
Keep us going.
Not sure what happened there, but it's going to be a Kelty throw-in. Paddy Boyle not rushing this time. Really good play there by Gregor Woods. Really good play by Gregor Woods, and Jamie Watson's running onto it, but it's gone back the way. Adam Corbett. Much better from Spartans this passage of play. Yeah, Michael, I think you're right. I think it is the East of Scotland City Cup. I can't remember who I tried to explain that to. The final takes place at the end of the next season. It's very strange. Yeah, I completely spot on with that, Michael. Because I believe it was, I can't remember what competition Camelin won, but they played Berwick, and then it was EK and Edinburgh City. But I don't think it actually finished out due to obviously due to Corona at the end of last season. And obviously we still have the South Challenge Cup from last season to finish as well. BSC versus East Kilbride and Hilla Beef. I can't remember who they're playing. Dunny Pace, I think. I think it's Dunny Pace. Throw-in was offside, so Kelty will be back in possession. Too easy for Kelty at the moment, just again passing the ball around, not much pressure from Spartans. Quite happy to sit back and let them pass it around. But realistically, it's not really been much of a contest, unfortunately, due to the 2 early goals and obviously the sending off to John Grant. Kelty have been well on top, in fairness, despite these things, or in spite of them, depending on which way you look at it. Then wasteful in possession at the moment, and Kelty are finding it easy just to capitalise. Paddy Boyle links up with Nathan Austin, he gets it back to Paddy Boyle, but it's cleared. Oh. Tidser with a long shot there, rubbed it off the Archie Meekinson. Well played, good play. Can't think of my shot here. That is 3-0 to Kelty Hearts. Really decent finish by Callum Higginbottom.
Goal scorer for Kelty Hearts, number 7, Callum Higginbottom.
Well, you can't complain about that. It was a really, really decent finish by Callum Higginbottom. Well taken strike. I don't think Matthew Baines had much chance in the Spartans goal, but in truth it's been too easy. We've not seen the sort of momentum.
Substitution for the visitors, who leave the field, number 11, Ryan Shanley, replaced by number 12, Russell.
Spinning. Not sure the move. So I think it's Ross Phillips came on for Ryan Shanley. A bit confused from the Tannoy guy. I don't think he said a different name, but I'm sure it is Ross Phillips. But yeah, as I was saying, we've not seen the same momentum from Spartans that we have in the last few games. East Lowlandshire, Cumbernauld Colts, East Kilbride. Maybe even go down to 10 men. I think Kelty have controlled the possession really well, controlled the tempo of the game. There is a host of changes for Spartans coming on at this moment though.
Double substitution for Spartans, leaving the field number 3 Scott Maxwell and number 11 Archie Meekison, replaced by 17 Mike Allen and number 16 Aaron Murrow.
So Mikey Allen and Aaron Murrow come on for Archie Meekison and Scott Maxwell. I thought it was Roscoe, to be honest. Just the Tannoy guy put me off. I was like, there's only Ross Philp in the Kelty squad, I think. Clears the lines. Aaron Murrow came on late into the second half of the Scottish Cup game, but done pretty well. Obviously got the penalty that Scott Maxwell put away against East Kilbride in the Scottish Cup on Saturday. That's wishful thinking, Grim, obviously. Aaron Murrow bang for in.
I thought it was away him watching Manchester City.
He done that on Saturday. Paddy Boy on free, but Tidser takes a shot, but it's straight at Matthew Baines. Well, hopefully you've been enjoying the coverage of the game. I can't say it's been a classic. It's been quite hard to describe with Kelty dominating so much in terms of possession and the 2 early goals and the sending off for Spartans. So difficult one to talk about, but we've covered other things, which is great. But yeah, Kelty are in complete control at the moment. Callum Higginbottom pings it to Ross Philp, but it's cut out. Spartans. Aaron Murrow just missed it, so Tidser's going to get it back to Dougie Hill. Livingston and Paddy Boyle moving down the left here. Who's that? Who's that, Jake? Aaron Murrow, the best player in the league, or one of the Kelty guys. Must admit, Chris Erskine gets my vote. I think he's been the best player in the league so far, from what I've seen anyway. I mean, he was really good on Saturday against Spartans for EK, but just couldn't. It's not a one-man game, obviously. But Kelty tiki-taka at the moment, yeah. Dylan Easton shows a bit of skill, but Russell puts a fit in, but it goes back to Michael Tidser. Paddy Boy's going to whip one in here, I think. Low cross in, blocked out by Jamie Watson. Dougie Hill's going to go off here. I think it's actually 2 Kelty players coming on. I would agree with Nathan Austin, but he's not played enough. He's obviously missed a bit this season because he's been injured. He's only getting back into games now, so it's tough to say if he's been the best. Certainly last season he was.
On the field is number 15 Craig Reid and number 16 Grant Anderson.
So Craig Reid and Grant Anderson come on for Kelty. Dougie Hill went off there. I'm not sure who the other player was. Nathan Austin has also went off. Just speak of the devil. I'm assuming he went off in the corner, yeah. I tell you, I don't know if you're actually joking there, Jake, but Ben Herdman's actually really improved over the last 2 seasons. He's been brilliant for Gala. I really do. I actually rate Benji, actually. I think a couple of seasons ago he was on loan at Coldstream. It didn't look like he was. I don't even know if he was really going to have a career at Gala, but last season he was probably one of the standout defenders in the league. For not one of the top teams, if you will, but Gala have been pretty decent this season so far. I'm not sure how much if Ben's getting too much of a game with Lewis Grant and guys like that, so I'm assuming he's still playing. But yeah, like what you said, Austin has been injured, but yeah, certainly from last season the amount of goals speaks for itself that he managed to score. Oof. I think we're probably not discussed is the fact that Kelty have been really good with getting the one-on-ones. It always seems like there's 2 or 3 around the one Spartans player, especially in when they're going up for trying to win headers and stuff like that. Always really good positional awareness. Like, obviously helps if we've got one an extra man, I suppose, but Paddy Boyle continues to get ignored down this left flank. He's not shouting for the ball yet. Grant Anderson offside. So around 12 minutes to play. It's kind of obviously powered out the second half. Kelty have got the extra goal, but apart from that, I mean, it's unfortunately been a bit of a non-event in terms of the competitiveness. And Kelty are away with it again. Michael Tidza passes to Paddy Boyle, who's will be pressing on. I think he's going to try and cross it there. Yeah, he does. Tried to get Ross filled, but I think it's too much for him. No, he has managed to keep it in there actually to Jamie Stevenson. trying to create an opening here, Kelty, to get their fourth. Paddy Boyle, Dylan Easton. Dylan Easton again trying to take on everyone. I'd be some achievement at this point in time of the game, Graham, if Spartans came back. I could sort of tell what this sort of game this was going to be in the first half, unfortunately. Keir Russell coming on for Blair Atkinson said it all in terms of the changes. It was one of the things we obviously talked about, damage limitation. Dylan Easton trying to Dylan Easton does win the free kick there. Yeah. I think the referee is just a talking to, I think. I thought he was going to book Keir Russell there, but Dougie Hill's off. He got subbed off, I think. Craig Reid, I think, came on for Dougie Hill, if I remember right. Aaron Murrell has a chance on the counter for Spartans. He's getting crowded out pretty quickly though with Jamie Stevenson there. And there's just... and the free kick goes Kelty's way. I don't think there was much in that, to be fair. That'll be another sub for Spartans. Gregor Woods coming off.
Substitution for Spartans leaving the field, number 6 Gregor Woods, replaced by 14 Joe Tate.
Yeah, but it's Joe Tate coming on for Gregor Woods. Good ball over the top to get it from there. Spartans a wee bit aggrieved. They thought there was a handball there, but Kelty still have the ball. Michael Tidsler now. That's over to Jamie Stevenson. Goes all the way back. Paddy Boyle pushing forward here to Callum Higginbottom. He tries to get back to it's a free kick to Kelty. Handball, and Spartans were obviously, as I mentioned, agreed that they didn't get a free kick for a handball a few moments ago, so they're obviously having words with the referee at this point in time, as this will be a Kelty free kick for a handball. So a bit of a delay. Obviously no rush to take this one. Fancy a wee bit of an in-swinger here.
Substitution for Kelty Hearts leaving the field, number 2 James Stevenson, replaced by 14 Nathan Cooney.
So Jamie Stevenson goes off for Nathan Cooney, who might actually know Archie Meakinson, obviously both on loan from Dundee United. Still a bit of a delay on the free kick. The referee's not blown his whistle for it yet. Looks like no, it is Michael Tisdale that puts it in. Oof. No one at the back post for Kelty to put that one away for their 4th. And they'll go back. Nathan Cooney goes all the way back to Darren Jameson. Tidser again. Dylan Easton goes past Joe Tate. Hits it. And it's a good save from Matthew Baines. Or fast, to be fair, or Nathan Austin.
Number 7. 7's going to be yellow.
The ref is going to have a word. I think it was Dan Bauer. And he's having a word with Joe Tate there. Not sure why he's having a word with the smallest Spanish player on the pitch at a corner, but Joe Tate and, well, to be fair, Joe Tate and Callum Higginbotham look about the same size. Almost a close one for Kelty to extend their lead, but not much contact on it, and it goes to Matthew Baines. Off Paddy Boyle, but he keeps it in. And it's floated over to Paddy Boyle. Callum Higginbotham seems to have switched to the left, with Dylan Easton switching more to the centre. I think they'll be doing that most of the game, to be fair. Well cut out by Spartans. Aaron Murrow is looking for the run, but he's not got a lot of help. Joe Tate is also running down this, but he's been tracked by Paddy Boyle. Dylan Easton is pressing. It's well won by Ross Philp, and Dylan Easton is taken out by Keir Russell. And it's another goal for Kelty.
Goal for Kelty Hearts scored number 12, Ross Philp.
2-2.
So Ross Philp extends Kelty's lead with a few minutes to go.
Cheers.
Yeah, Ross Philp definitely one of the most underrated players in the Lowland League, in my opinion. It's obviously good seeing him getting the goal, but not obviously if you're a Spartans. Higginbotham is away. Dylan Easton looking for someone that he might try and take them on, as he normally does. lot of pressure, it looks like. Paddy Boyle. Well, the contest is almost over. We're probably into injury time now. Joe Tate holds it up for Spartans. Jamie Watson, a lot of pressure from Dylan Easton, and does win the free kick. Yeah, it's a good point, Grim. Spartans did have an early penalty appeal turned down. In the grand scheme of things, these sort of things do change games. Obviously the Kelty's early goal plus the John Grant sending off probably ended this as a contest in terms of form and confidence and whatever else adds in a football match. I'm not even sure what the ref is. He's given the throw to Kelty anyway, but certainly disgruntlements there. Well, that is full time. Kelty are 4-0 winners. First half, obviously, Spartans were denied a penalty early on, and lost my train of thought there. So yeah, Kelty went up really early into this half, and obviously John Grant was sent off with Nathan Austin put away for the free kick. Into the second half, Callum Higginbottom made it free with Ross Philp securing the win, pretty much 4-0. But in terms of a contest, obviously very disappointing, not the game we probably would have expected with two informed teams, but it's a disappointing end to 2020 for Spartans in the Lowland League. We can only hope that going into the new year it'll be a bit better performance. We do have the Scottish Cup to look forward to away to Stranraer next week. But from everyone obviously listening, watching, obviously I want to wish everyone a Merry Christmas, and we'll see you in the new year.